Okay, getting these calves checked here early. Yeah, it's a bit muddy. You got a little over 2 inches of rain here. I need to check the gauge. See if we got any after I dumped it yesterday morning. I don't think we would have gotten much. Got a little over 2.5 at home. Well, actually, since the last video, we did bring them a couple of rolls of hay, which, of course, you look at the grass out here, and especially over on that next ridge, you might think, why would you do that? There's plenty of grass. You're right, there is, but as I expected, they kind of picked on it. They're eating it. We want these calves to gain weight, gain as much as they can, as efficiently as they can. Grass is probably the better route to do that, but if they want any hay, if they want whatever they want to eat, we want them to just pack it in there as much as they can. So that was on Sunday. At this rate, they're probably only going to eat 2 rolls every week or 10 days, and if that's the case, we'll keep bringing them that much. But come over here. I thought I saw one of these red ones kind of squinting the eye. Number 17 there. Yep, that left eye of his is gonna be a little sore. So, fortunately, I do have a dart gun and some meds in the truck. We'll go ahead and give him a dose of that before we get to checking some fences. Yep, just darted him with a little antibiotic that's very effective at treating that pink eye. You can see the dart. Yeah, maybe you can. The way these things work, actually, I've only got one more left. Probably need to order some more. See there, well, let me pull it out of the plastic. You can see it a little easier. Got that little red kind of, I believe it's a collagen little collar. That way it goes in, it'll stick and hold, and as that heats up to body temperature, it'll fall away. Oftentimes, especially when they're like up here on a feed bump, if I just hang around for a minute or two, it'll fall out, because it only needs to hold for just a few seconds to get the drug delivered. The other day I darted one, and of course, well, just like that, when I darted him on the side that the eye was bad, which that doesn't matter. Yeah, there he is right there. But he was at the bunt, and of course he couldn't really see good out of that eye, and I was able to sneak up and pull it out. Not that you have to, because again, it'll fall away on its own. But this probably won't work. I'm gonna see if I can do it here. Actually, it did work. So that way I don't have a treatment dart just laying out here in the pasture somewhere. Yeah, there's the other one from the other day. So anyway, got him treated. Yeah, if we were right on the other end of the farm where we got the catch pin and the chute, we just run through the chute and give him a shot the old-fashioned way. But this is a nice, quick, easy way to do it when you don't have facilities immediately nearby, or, which today it's nice and cool. It's 65 degrees right now. Sometimes when we're in the middle of the summer and it's 100 degrees, that's nice to allow you to not have to gather them up, get them worked up hot, use real quick, boom, 2 seconds later it's over with. So, all right, we're gonna check some more fences around here and hopefully not find too much to patch on, for one, because I still haven't bought any more barbed wire. So if we got more of a problem than what we can fix that wire right there, we're gonna have to make a trip to town, but hopefully we're just not gonna find too much. Well, it didn't take long to find a bad spot on the fence, unfortunately. We, yeah. And this is 90% of the time we have fence down. It's this right here. Tree, man, she broke off. I guess it's the oak kind of forked off into two right there at the roots. And this whole part, the way it hit that post, of course, a lot of times it hits a post like that, it just folds it completely up or drives it in the ground. Well, it kind of split right around that post. So, yeah, nothing but cool autumn air between the calves and getting out right here. And probably can't tell, maybe through here. That really green hillside you may see through the woods over solid kudzu. And which, yeah, we got some of the vines trying to make their way over here to the fence. Cattle love that. You can actually see where they've bitten it off. You don't see it cross the fence too much. I mean, you can see a little bit where it's trying to, because we hadn't had calves in here for a few months. They'll eat it up. So, yeah, really glad we checked this, because probably would have only been a matter of time before they would have found the spot, been out all over there eating that up, and then it's not too much further across there to where it's a state highway. So, we'll, I didn't bring, well, obviously I've only got that little bit of wire. I don't have a chainsaw, that'd be a pretty good job. Although the way it's split would make it a lot easier. So we're gonna do kind of a temporary redneck fix like we oftentimes do. Just try to get wires back up where they can't walk right out. They come back a little later on and do a little more of a permanent and appropriate, permanent fix for it. But okay, let's do it. Fences, like I say every time, hopefully more functional than it is beautiful. Got the top 3 wires kind of tied back, normally over the top of that. Got not even messing with the bottom one, but then got the 4th one down, just tacked into this tree that's down, which is, yeah, very makeshift, maybe is the right word. They can't walk out. Yep. Chainsaw. Need to, I mean, that'd be the right way to do it. Come back down here with the chainsaw, just cut that off, roll it out of the way. That way we can put those bottom 2 wires right where they should be. And then it's, yeah, I won't say good as new because it's old wire still, but it'll be properly fixed. So, all right, here's hoping that's one of the few spots we find that needs to be patched on. As long as we're only needing little bits of wire to tie back to, we may not run out, but we're getting lower by the minute. Okay, we got all the fences walked in this pasture, all the perimeter fence at least. Didn't worry as much about the cross fence. Just found out one bad spot right there at the very beginning. It's funny, we probably walked 3/4 of a mile of fence. I don't know, maybe more. And we didn't make it the first 150 feet. Could still see the truck, and we found that spot. So we're thinking, oh gosh, at this rate I'm gonna be fencing all day. And then fix that one, didn't find anywhere else. So good deal. We have got to head back to the house. Still hadn't checked the cow herd there. All right, back home, and yeah, sun's come out. It's really gonna be a nice day, but a little bit of bad news right here off the bat at home. This cow, one that should be calving here in the next few weeks, and noticed that the dogs were running up. She was acting all defensive, almost like she had a calf. And I was like, probably a little early for that. Getting close though. I noticed the last few days she's really making a bag. But yeah, she has aborted a fetus there. Clearly, underdeveloped, no real hair on it. So, I hate that. I'm glad we found it. That way we're not, wondering why she didn't calve, at any other point. She's a good cow. I like her a lot. This is probably not good for her future with us, though. Yeah, little bull calf. All right, Mama. We'll leave him there for right now. Yeah, kind of salt in the wound when you see how, worried she is about it. Wanting to mother it and do everything she can, but obviously there's nothing to be done there. So, hope that's the worst news we have for today. Well, the rest of them look to be in good shape. Of the 4 that are still, possible to calve at any moment, none of them have. Yeah, man, I really hate that. But 216 cow. But it's part of it. Like I may say it every time I see her, but I really like that heifer. She's getting ready to have her first calf as is she, which I like her too. I wouldn't have kept them if I didn't like them, but yeah. All right, so yeah, man, a really nice day. It was cool early. Good day for the Ag Gear Stockyard. Again, it's always a good day for the Ag Gear Stockyard. And if you're going to buy one, you need to use that discount code Hurricane, 15% off at aggearstore.com. All right, kind of need to check my to-do list. Checking those fences was a big thing. Got a few other things we can maybe get done. Yeah, with that rain, we had kind of kicked around the idea of maybe cutting some hay today to bale this weekend. And we probably could, but now we're kind of back to the next like 10 days. There's single-digit rain chances again, so probably looking at more like cutting some hay this weekend to then maybe bale a week from today. Have to keep in mind too that the days are a lot shorter now, so getting everything dry, it's not getting as hot. That hay doesn't dry quite as quickly, so it's kind of think we may even cut some on Saturday. May run a tedder over at late Sunday evening, which then of course it would probably bale by Tuesday. Then of course it'll be Wednesday before we get a chance, but I don't know. Yeah, happy for that rain. That rain we got was nice too. It rained, like I say, a little over 2.5 inches here at home, but it was a slow, steady rain. I don't think probably had much, if any, runoff. All just really got in the ground. Pastures really have kind of bounced back and recovered, maybe even better than I expected them to. Wouldn't be bad if we could have gotten some nitrogen put on some of the fescue ground before all this, but all right, we're gonna head back towards the barn. Well, one thing we've been needing to do since we broke our old one a few weeks ago is get a new leg hook for castrating. We got some calves that need to castrate here just about any time, so I got me some 3/8 rod that I'd already worked on bending a little bit, but we're gonna need a little heat. I don't know if we'll be able to get enough heat out of this little torch, but we're gonna see if we can. And not much of an engineer. We're gonna see if we can make this work. Okay, we're getting close. That torch, you really need an acetylene torch. A little hotter. You can see we're getting close to what we need. One of the big things, getting out here to the end, we're gonna really need it hot to put that loop on it. Don't know that we're gonna accomplish that with this little bitty torch. So, I've got to stop. We're recording a podcast in about 20 minutes. We got a guest, so can't be late for that. May pick up on this later. Yeah, definitely somebody with a little better setup and just a little better engineering and machining skills could have probably already had 5 of these made by the time I get this one done. But anyway, I'm gonna get that done when we get home this afternoon. Have a few more things to get done around here. For a brief moment, I was down at the barn looking back through the trees, and I could see Kaylin's mare was riderless, and I panicked. They went to a show this past weekend, and I believe the mare said reared up with her. Of course, she came off, which, if the English were smarter, they'd have put a horn on their saddle like the Americans did. And yeah, horse rearing it will be nothing more than just a fun little joyride. But yeah, stuff like that's probably why the British, was it at one point in time the sun never set on the British Empire, and now they have just a tiny little island out in the Atlantic. It's probably all because they never learned how to use a proper saddle on their horses. I don't know, just my opinion. Okay, just got done with the podcast. Like I said, we're gonna work on that some more. I'm gonna have to get a better way to get some heat on it to be able to make that loop, but should be in business to be ready to leg hook some calves for castration here in just a day or two. But got something exciting to show you guys. You may have heard of this company, Hire Boots. Just within the last week or two, have partnered up with them. Still partners with the Ag Gear. They're not going anywhere, but you're wearing a good looking, pearl snap stockyard shirt. You need a good pair of cowboy boots to pair it with. So we got here, I believe this is the Hayes. Yes, the Hayes model boot from Hire. Hire's a cool company. Been around as box, I'll tell you there, since 1875, 150 years. If you're like me, you might not be real familiar with them. I believe back in like the 1970s, they did halt production. And then now one of like the great grandsons of the original C.H. Hire has restarted the brand, and really good looking boots. I've actually had a pair of their Holton model boot for about a year now. An opportunity came along to pair up with them as a brand ambassador. I thought, heck, I'm already wearing the boots and love them. They just got a pair of these Hayes in. Let's check them out. But yes, because I have been wearing those other boots, I can tell you very comfortable. Got Holton I've got in a rough out. I've been wearing them, you know, around the vet clinic a bunch, church, whatnot. I bought these, I was like, I'm gonna put these boots to work. These Hayes, we're gonna be, you know, an ambassador for the brand. We're gonna actually put these to work. So I almost feel bad doing it. They're so shiny and new, but hey, they're cowboy boots. That's what they're made for. Yes, fit great. That they fit very true to size. Which again, I already knew that because I had a pair. Discount code, important part. Hurricane. We keep it simple. It's Hurricane for ag gear. It's Hurricane for Hire. 10% off. Or you can follow the link. We'll put a link up here in the corner or whatever. Link in the description. But I got to think. I was like, I'm going to do something too. The first 5 people that go to Hire Boots, make an order using my discount code or following the link, I'm gonna send you one of our new hats. Maybe you noticed wearing the new hat. So what I'll need you to do is, of course, do that. Then screenshot it or just send me either a message on Instagram. That's always easy. If you don't have Instagram, you can send me an email showing that you ordered them. I can see on my side that somebody made an order. It just, of course, doesn't tell me who. But do that. The first 5 people to do it, because I don't have unlimited hats, but got several. I will send you a hat. And you're getting 10% off of a great pair of boots. But yeah, be seeing more of these. Man, they are just super comfortable boots. Looking forward to putting these to work, and then also doing some riding, really good riding boots as well. So yeah, not to bore you all with, you know, brand stuff all the time, but Hire Boots, you won't be disappointed. Check them out. And if you're one of the first ones to do it, I'll even send you a free hat. And if you really like the looks of these specifically as much as I do, these are the Hayes, like I mentioned, in the American Bison. They also make them in, the Hayes comes in one other kind of lighter color, but I really like the looks of these. But yeah, and because things always seem to happen like this, I knew I had a delivery coming from Agzaga today. Set it up with the delivery driver. I had one appointment today that I couldn't miss, and that was recording that podcast with a guest. And literally, as soon as we sit down to record, they call me. They had our new bale spear, and the truck driver was here, and I was like, are you kidding me? So Kaylin, and I think she videoed it. Well, I'll find out for sure. Kaylin mounted the tractor, drove out there to the road because they're in a big truck, and got it off their forklift. She has driven a tractor before. I don't know that she's ever really operated the front end loader.
All right, we're headed to go get stuff. Not sure what equipment we're buying today, but I'm getting the tractor to the top of the hill. Okay, we got this on here. I have no footage of me doing it, but we got it on there easily. But I guess we're gonna back up here so we can get in this driveway. Turn this thing around. I'm going super slow. Trying to not get in her yard. Okay. We are getting this done. We are taking this, whatever device, piece of equipment that Bobby Lee has bought, getting it, doing it on here. Getting it. We're going back to the barn. Still trucking along. I wasn't able to video me putting the pallet on here because the gentleman was helping me and I didn't want to run over it. So we got the piece of equipment on the forks of the tractor, and now I'm headed back to the barn. I'm gonna back this tractor back in and we'll safely park it. So Bobby Lee can thank me for getting this piece of equipment for him safely from the 18-wheeler. The 18-wheeler decided he couldn't come down our driveway, which I'm not sure I blame him. He probably could have made it, and he probably could have turned around, but I did. So I had to hop in the tractor and go up there real quick to help him.
And I mean, I'll tell you, like, that's not just the easiest thing to do, especially if you don't do it. I'm always a little, not nervous, but you gotta be real careful when you're picking up a pallet. And good grief, she nailed it. So that thing is heavy duty. Yeah, we'll take a minute or two, unpack this, and see about having our new bale spear. One thing I like about this one, it does have the ball on the back. We bought a really cheap one. I won't even tell you where I bought it from. I shouldn't have. I think I said it when we did it, but this is a good heavy duty one. Our goal is now that we can use the tractor to pull the hay trailer to the field, unhook from it, load it, then hook back up and come in. Especially when we're on some of these farms that just have, 15 or 20 rolls of hay. By the time I move the truck and trailer there, then the tractor there, and I only make, 2 or 3 loads, it almost makes more sense because most of these hay fields are just within a few miles of the house. I can just run up down the road with the tractor and do it a little easier. So see if we can get this baby put together. She's well made, that's for sure. All right. All right. I like the way it's just a simple pin. Some of them are threaded with a big nut, and that's fine too. I think that's actually the way the ones are on the front loaders. That's just a little simpler. She's ready to go on the tractor now. And of course, it's got the little receiver there if you if you ever wanted to pop those pins off real quick and then just pull like a bumper pull trailer. But yeah, and of course, made in the USA, made in Kansas. I already got 2 5/16, of course. Pull a gooseneck trailer. But yeah, we not sure when we will put that to use. Actually, maybe Saturday. 2 farms ago that we rolled hay on, I still have not moved it. I believe there's 26 rolls on that farm, so we can hook up, we can put this on the back of the M6, because I don't know what the M4 would do. Just fantastic pulling that down the road. I can put 7 on the trailer. Then of course I can bring 1 in on the front end loader. Well, that'd be 3 trips of 8. And then I could always just pick up the last 1 or 2 just using the bell bed on the truck. I'm trying to remember, there may have been 26 counting a partial one we brought home, and then sometimes I'll even bring 1 on home with me on the front of the tractor because we always have the forks in there anyway. But yeah, looking forward to, I'll show you this old one. The spear broke off of it, and this thing weighs, I don't know, maybe 50 pounds. I think they said that one, well, on the shipping, total, they said it was about 350. I don't know if that heavy, but we're not gonna bend it and break it like we did that other one just with normal use. So, but anyway, all right, it is now 3 o'clock, a little after 3. I'm actually gonna run into town. On the podcast, we had George from Fermented Food Holdings. As you would probably guess by the name, they specialize in a lot of fermented foods, like fermented pickles, of course, sauerkraut, kimchi, which I'm not familiar with, but I'm gonna be. He was telling us ways he likes to eat it. Believe it or not, we have steaks to grill tonight. I know, you're probably shocked. He said really good with some rice as a side, with protein like that. So I think I'm gonna try to see if I can procure some kimchi to try that out. I've always been a big fan of kraut and pickles, but yeah, it's muddy. Don't have a whole lot else pressing on my to-do list. Let me see here. So yeah, got the hitch, got delivered, got that taken care of. No thanks to me. That was all Kaylin. Yeah, gonna work on that foot hook some more. Probably, I guess my tentative plan for this weekend, get this calf foot hook going, be one thing. Be ready to probably go ahead and process those calves. It's been a full week since we weaned them. Maybe cutting some hay on Saturday, maybe moving some hay. I don't know, I'm not quite done with hay yet. Another 40 acres or so to go. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. Hey, y'all know aggearstore.com, hire boots, same discount code Hurricane either way, 15% off at Ag Gear, 10% off at Hire. And hey, if you need a new bale spear, you can go to agzaga.com. That discount code is TalkDirt20, $20 off $50 order and free shipping. They ship out for free. Had to come, special freight on a big truck. It ships for free. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. But I appreciate y'all watching. Yeah, check back with us next time. Y'all eat beef and God bless.